1860s, he said. Chickens. You're always peeking in people's windows.
They don't want it.
This house is from 1860. Wisconsin house. It's from the same year that Abraham Lincoln became president. Hello.
Hello. Welcome to our 1860 Yankee farmhouse. James Harvey Sanford, a very successful wheat farmer. This house was built by Mr. Sanford and a couple of carpenters. They began construction in 1857 and finished in 1858. And so this was built before the Civil War, making it one of the oldest buildings here in Old World, Wisconsin. And this is a big house, a nice house by today's standards. The framing around the doors and the windows is called keyhole framing. It's shaped like a keyhole. And all the woodworking here is all fake wood grain. It's called faux painting. The best example is on the right. There, the faux painting, by putting a thick layer of paint and varnish down to create that effect. The outside edges are done by running a comb through it. The recessed panels are done by rolling a pine cone. And the raised surfaces are done with a feather. So you're taking cheap wood, which is pine. You've made it look like expensive wood through faux painting. Normally, while any cooking is being done, the kitchen door is kept closed. And then they had two helper girls here helping them with domestic chores. One girl would have been in here, one would have been out here. When the food is ready, it's passed through that serving window in the corner. Right.
Let's go through the garden.
I don't mind.
They're taking good care of it.
Yeah.
They didn't have a store to go to, so they had to grow everything that they needed. I mean, they probably had a store, but... Mm-hmm.
That,
Watch out, don't get bit.
baby. Come on.
Maybe. Hello,
Yeah, hi there. Where are you folks from, may I ask?
Kenosha.
Kenosha, okay. None of my business. It's just always interesting to know where people are from.
Well, my brother-in-law here is visiting us from Japan, so we're learning about Wisconsin too.
Okay, hi there. Yeah. Well, this is the 4 Mile Inn. It's a, it was a stagecoach hotel.
Oh, stagecoach.
Hi there. Hi, Katie. Come on in.
Yep.
It was built halfway between Horicon and Beaver Dam. I have to use my fingers, I guess. And that's an 8-mile distance, and halfway between is where this building was. And it was a stagecoach stop, so they called it the 4 Mile Inn, just halfway between the two. Makes sense. The stage, and you can see it's unusually built because of those high steps. Well, that was because the stagecoach would arrive, and the stagecoach was high, and then the passengers could just step out easily onto the steps there. And the luggage was carried on top of the stagecoach, and the driver would get out, and he would throw the bags from the top of there up onto the balcony there.
Oh, jeez.
Because, well, he was standing up on top of the
It's coach.
coach,
Right.
so he didn't really have to throw it very far. But the guest rooms are on the 2nd floor, and there's a ballroom on the 3rd floor. And so it made it handy so people didn't have to carry their luggage upstairs. Makes sense, huh? This is the ladies' parlor here, and you notice how nice the ladies' parlor is. Appointed very nicely for 1872. It wouldn't be maybe so nice now. And behind me here is then the gentleman's tap room. Not a whole lot of difference between the gentleman's room and the ladies' room.
Oh, this is where you get your
Your beer.
beer.
Well, this is.
It is Wisconsin
this is
after
the
all.
gentleman's tap room, and ladies, you would not have been in here, as you know. You would not have wanted to be in here. Because these guys, you know, there's a spittoon over there on the other side of the stove, and most of these guys didn't have very good aim.
Oh, boy.
And you were wearing a long dress, so if you walked through here, you'd have to lift your dress, you know, to walk through here. I mean, it was just, there's sawdust on the floor.
Was this the actual house?
Yes.
Right here?
Yes,
It was
yes.
built here and this is
Well,
your
no,
house, or-
I should maybe tell you that all of our buildings in the museum came from someplace else in Wisconsin. They were all disassembled where they came from and reassembled here.
That's great, that's wonderful.
Yeah, this one was from there.
Correct.
Pretty hard for this poor lady to figure out how many people she was going to feed at a given meal because she wouldn't know how many people were on the stagecoach.
Oh, that's right, that's true.
She wouldn't know how many farmers came in to go to the blacksmith shop or to the store, who might want to get a bite to eat before they went back. So she would know her overnight guests, and that's all she would know. Poor lady. No tip, but I don't think they would have. Yeah. But there's 6 fairly comfortable, three across on each side. You've seen pictures. Yeah, somebody sitting.
Oh, wait, no, that's
And this is kind of a unique stove because it's, the fire pot for the stove is just here, under here, not under here, but this is all double walled. As the gases exit here to get to the pipe, they also have to go through this double wall, and this oven then really makes nice even heat. And the ladies bake bread and pies and stuff. It really is a nice oven. They like that.
It was obviously well built.
It was what?
It was well built.
Yeah, okay. And then do much cooking. Mainly the women that do the cooking. So if there was a lady here today, she would have been making bread or something. You know.
I wasn't big myself.
nice, hot, clean bathtub. And as the day went on,
This is a unique place.
Somebody.
Basically,
That was it, okay. Huh. Very interesting. All right, well, thank you very
Where are you
much.
from? Full color. How many miles?
New York country.
No idea. That was the drive. Maybe 13.
Benson home.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
That's good.
You're the blacksmith today?
Yes, I am. That is me. Currently, I'm fixing a hook I previously made. Let me just straighten it out. I'm gonna heat it up, and then I'll straighten it out. But this is a blacksmith shop. It's owned by a man named Frederick Revolution, and he works as a horseshoer here, or what is better known as a farrier. So you can see some examples of what he would have made up on the rafters there. And the reason he makes horseshoes and shoes horses to stay in business rather than making other items is because the 1870s, at this time period, is the time of the Industrial Revolution. So a lot of metal items are being made.
ね、馬大きいねって言ってさ。
This is a plow horse.
そうだよね。
He's seeing the food, see? Now he's gonna come, because he wants that. Oh yeah, that's good, huh? Oh boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. You got flies all over you. You okay? Yeah, those old flies.
持ってないですよ、もうないですよ。
Look at how tall he is.
When I do Revolutionary War, I am a farmer's wife, and I am talking about how we process wool and flax, just like we do here at the Norwegian with the wool and at the 1860 German with the flax. But I'm a farmer's wife, and I talk to the kids how I can make clothes from things that my husband raises on the farm.
Yes.
And I also do natural dyes, so I get to cook bugs.
And make
I
it
get to show
pretty,
you-
so everybody isn't wearing the same color.
Yeah, well,
Make it
yeah,
pretty.
sort of, yeah. And house that we are standing in. When she passed away in October of 1891 at the age of 59, she was one of the richest people in the town of Hubbleton. She made her money doing laundry for other people. So
一番儲けだったって。
it's much easier than trying.
It's a Catholic church, huh?
Yes, it is. St. Peter's Catholic Church. First Catholic church built in Milwaukee in 1839.
Wow.
It was only used for 4 years because Milwaukee grew so fast at the time that it was outgrown at that time. And then built St. Mary's and a year later St. John's, which are both in use today in Milwaukee. They moved the building 4 times before coming out here. And the 4th time they moved into a place called St. Francis Seminary Grounds, which is south of Milwaukee along Lake Michigan. It's a big area where they teach priests and nuns, and they placed the church out there in the woods, and it was used as a chapel. It stayed there for many years until the year 1975, when the Catholics gave the church to the Historical Society, and it was moved out here as we get.
This is a typical general merchandise store from 1880. Came from Waterville, Wisconsin. That's about 30 miles away north of here. If you'd like to open the barrels and boxes, you can look inside.
Cool meal?
And as long as I don't see my name on any of the gravestones, I'm doing fine.
Well, they were Germans because they were making sausages and hams and stuff. So they have a smokehouse. When did he say this was? 1870? 1870 German farm.
Whoa, look at here.
Well, hello.
Hello. How are you folks doing today?
Good.
Well, welcome to our 1870s German farm here. We're showing this place in 1875 to be precise, and it belongs to Matthias and Caroline Schottler and comes from the town of Germantown. So if you think of Germantown, German family. Now this family here, they were grain farmers, and they farmed 5 different types of grain. Do you think you can name 5 different types of grain for me? Yeah.
Wheat?
Wheat. Wheat is king here in Wisconsin. Matter of fact, Wisconsin was a wheat market before it ever became a dairy land. What else? Think about it in the morning when you eat breakfast. Your breakfast can be nice and hot. So what can you have with hot cereal? Oats, yes! Oats is number 2. Very good. Alright, so we have wheat, we have oats. How about the object that grows on a stalk and it's yellow?
Corn?
Corn, very good. That's number 3. Fourth
Look
one.
at the baby cricket.
The Germans use this quite a bit. It begins with R and ends in an I. So put them together, you got R.
Right?
Very good. Right.
4
very
for
good.
4.
All right, 4 for 4 here. Number 5. This one also grows. It has a bar in it, and it has an early.
What's an early?
So, well, it has a B in it, it has an early in it. There we go. So put them together, you
Barley?
got barley. Barley's number 5.
And that's what I made up my cat's middle name since his name is Harley.
Oh. Well, those are the 5 things. How about that? He's named after a grain. How cool.
Wilbur! Wilbur! Bacon!
Two shed thing, huh?
It's a barn.
want to see the pigs? Let's see, I want to see what's inside this one. Are there any animals in there?
No, just a barn.
Yeah. Look on that.
They took all the young saplings and wove them in and through around it. Nice garden they had. So you guys are learning lessons today.
Hey, May, you want to come with us? We're going this way here.
But this is where,
Is this where the chicken's eggs were?
yeah, we have 2 of them so far. They're just learning
There's some more,
how to lay
there's
eggs.
some more
Shayla.
chickens laying eggs.
Shay, don't interrupt. You need to
probably.
listen, honey.
And we have rocks over here for a game that we play, and beans that we picked today from our garden. Gosh, I gotta get this back too. That's a lot of beans to process. I didn't make a stove today. In the morning I thought about it because it was cold, but it warmed up a little bit, so it's okay. That's not.
It actually had chicken wire fence. They're big. It's got to be 5, 6, 5.5 feet at the shoulder. Oh, a spinning room, or a loom. Making material.
But then the flex line is what goes on the shuttle. And that's what gets woven into the linen for this. Wow. This is quite elaborate, isn't it? So, I don't know where you came in the middle, but this is from the plant up on the wall up there behind you is flax.
Oh, flax?
And the fibers that are hanging down from the hackles over there, that's in the stem of the flax plant.
Linen.
You can, you're right. You can touch the fibers if you want.
This must be
And flax is spun wet, and then you get what's called flax line, and that's what's loaded on the shuttle here. Now, this is a boat shuttle, and when I make the opening here by stepping on the pedal, that's called the shed. So we take the boat shuttle and put it in the shed, and we pass it through, if it'll go. And then you bring in the beater bar. Oh, you just need to back up a little bit.
Yeah, but
So you're not going to get whacked with the beater bar here. And we pack it in, and if you watch these threads here, when I switch my feet on the pedals, you can see them change. And then you're ready to come back from the other side.
Wow.
and that's making linen.
Yeah.
And the items that we have on the shipping box over there are made from linen.
Oh,
It's a very old process going back before ancient Egypt even.
What is that? Net.
I have a question for you.
Then he numbers them with Roman numerals. Did you see the Roman numerals on it? Yeah, that's how, so he knows the order the beams go in. Then he can take those all apart. This would be done in the winter time. That's when you do most of your woodworking. You want to work with it right after you cut it. You want to cut them in the winter because the sap's on it. So then he'd put them away. Then when it was time to go put them up for whoever hired him to build the house, he'd put them on his wagon.
Then the wooden frame in the shed too, do you see just the wooden frame? It's the same, it's called framework, Fachwerk in German. So there you got the frame structure, you just lift that up into place. Yeah, so that's the labor.
Hi. Oh, baby! Oh, that baby that.
Oh, it startled him.
あの人の、あの、あの、あるの、子供って。
さっきのね。
I saw your mama.
He's like, get out of the way. Push the other one, see? They're pushy.
観察してばいしゃや。1万5トンとしなんばいです。
4匹前は7匹だっけ。
They always have a
Hey guys.
It came from a chicken, honey.
Maybe Mr. Pig would eat it.
I think so too. Should we give it to her?
Germans.
German? This is the 18 when? 1880s. A little more refined than the other one, huh? A little nicer. This one's got like plaster drywall kind of stuff. They got a heater in this room and in the kitchen. So they're staying warm in all of the rooms, not just in one.
台所、ご飯食べるとこ。
そうだね。
水ではこっちなんだけど。
Mm-hmm.
Yes. これもバス乗って帰る。
Cleared out the German area.
My dad was so sad when they like go to bed.
Well, we're leaving the German farm communities and we'll go through our integrated communities of the Brethren, United Brethren Church and stopping at the Pleasant Ridge Chapel area briefly. And this tram will be cows, Lily and Daisy's little calf named Belle. Hi folks, this tram is continuing on towards the Danish and Norwegian farming communities. The Finnish folk were one of the later immigrants to Wisconsin and settled in primarily the northern half of the state. Northern half had heavy lumber and heavy lumber industry.
This is the 1890s Danish farm.